Shayla wondered if Brooke's nightmares stemmed from not having a father. She'd adopted Brooke and raised her in a single-parent household, caring for her girl as best as she could. Being fatherless must have unsettled Brooke in ways Shayla never predicted. Shayla filled her glass at the sink and padded barefoot from the kitchen through the living room. The lights were off. Moonlight puddled on the carpet and lent the downstairs an eerie quality that fed her paranoia. After checking the locks, she carried the water down the dark hallway and into the bedroom, where she placed the glass on the nightstand. She slid into bed and pulled the comforter to her chin. Venetian blinds invited slashes of lunar light into the room. Through the blinds, the neighbor's roof appeared glazed in frost, another trick of the moonlight. The summer heat guaranteed the first killing freeze was months away. A shadow rolled across the neighbor's rooftop. Shayla flinched. Whatever moved through the night, it was gone now. Inside the state park, it had been easy to imagine a threat hidden among the trees and watching from the forest. Now that they were home, surrounded by familiar faces in a safe neighborhood, Brooke's night terrors should have stopped. For a long time, she listened for Brooke. The girl often whimpered in her sleep, but it was quiet down the hall tonight. A good sign, Shayla thought. Shayla and Brooke both needed a good night's sleep. The phone hummed on the nightstand. Shayla snatched it up and checked the message. Mr. Collins sent her a briefing on their latest client. She sighed, wishing her boss would leave her alone after hours. As an attorney, Shayla faced long, stressful days. Home was her sanctuary. Though she often worked for an hour after supper while Brooke played, Shayla put the office out of her mind when bedtime arrived. Otherwise, she'd stay awake all night, fretting about cases and office politics. Shayla shut off the phone and placed it face down on the nightstand. With a yawn, she curled beneath the sheets. Overhead, the fan threw strange shapes across the ceiling. She closed her eyes. Thump. Something moved inside the house. Shayla lay on her back, eyes wide open. The curdling terror that someone was inside the house, making her wish she hadn't turned off the phone. She told herself the sound was nothing more than the house settling. The possibility of Brooke climbing out of bed and wandering through the hallway gave Shayla pause. Her daughter never sleepwalked, unless the nightmares provoked Brooke to flee the imagined monsters. Shayla sat up. The door stood open so she could hear Brooke. Silence bled down the hallway. A cloud passed over the moon and plunged the neighborhood into infinite darkness. Even the streetlights failed to push back the black. Shayla reached for her phone, deciding it was best to leave it on all night, even if that meant Mr. Collins rousting her awake with messages. Didn't her boss ever sleep? Her trembling hand fumbled with the phone. The phone dropped to the floor and rattled against the hard wood, the noise deafeningly loud amid the quiet. Cursing, she reached over the bed and felt something push against the mattress. Subtle, but she'd noticed. Her arm froze in place, dangling over the side of the bed. She pulled it back before Brooke's monster could grab her wrist. Now she was acting crazy. There were no monsters. So what had caused the mattress to move?